Okay, I think we are good. Let me go and make an announcement. Okay, we're going to be starting off with some Primal Ops. Pink. And one here. Bring back up the live chat and we will get started. I hope everything sounds okay. Voice is still just like a bit off though, so wow. What number even is that? I mean, voice still a little bit off, but I am now back from my trip and I'm looking forward to playing a little bit more. And we have to use each of those here, but we have to fight. Where did I fight last time? Was it one of these? No, I was fighting the Giganotosaurus. Not Giganotosaurus. Giant Spinosaurus. Alright. No, that was in the Triceratops event? I don't know, give me a second. I haven't decided for that. But yeah, my throat is still a little bit off. And we're back from the trip. Feeling kind of good. Well, I say okay. I feel kind of bad now. I just don't feel too great overall. But I'm now back from the trip. And I am looking forward to doing at least another stream. This stream will probably have to be cut in half though. Probably will stop to eat supper at some point. So just a little quick heads up about that. This probably won't be like super long, but I want to go and give a little heads up about that. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now we can attempt it. Ooh. I will try at least one. But I want to catch up with some Jurassic World Primal Ops stuff. Also go back over to the Lego Legacy and do some anniversary stuff. Having some okayish drops, and I'm not spending too much. I don't really have that much. I'm doing just a bit and not doing any like node refreshes. I'm also kind of trying to save up for whenever we have the Alumni Days update. Okay, we go straight into the boss fight. That's nice. Some other event I was playing, which had you fight a Triceratops at the end, which I think must have been the Triceratops family one. Had me fighting the I think epic one, and it was like very strong. We had to get through a whole fight with people beforehand before we even got to it, but he kept on like stun locking me, running through me, hitting me multiple times, and like insta killing me basically, which wasn't fun. Hoping this one might be a little bit better, although I was having some problems actually getting my dodge off. Much better time dodging this guy, but he's also not doing like a third my health from each hit, but hitting me like 3 times as he goes through me, because the other one was like literally bigger. Okay. Hopefully that gave me a bunch of stuff. You go with the boss fight. It was the Gigaspinosaurus, which was actually kind of worth it. I don't know, it was something a little bit different at least. If you're comfortable in the new sanctuary, send your team to pick her up. Say I'm gonna get some different music. Actually, I think I can leave this one going. It's just if I tab out, I don't think you're not gonna see it for. Sure, let's try that one. That one seemed like a funny thing to play. Those who know will know, and it will be interesting. But yeah, they released the first like double rescue event here, or 2 rescue events at once, which is interesting because I guess kind of like Alexi's doing something like that at some point too. Yeah, I don't know. The other one just doesn't exactly seem worth it. Maybe because I just can't get far enough in. But they're both, not T-Rexes, Triceratopses, so the Triceratops family. This one is the Styracosaurus, and this one is the Chasmosaurus. One's rare, one's epic. They basically use the same creatures. I mean, this one needs the common headbutter and baryonyx, and then you need the rare Anki. I believe this one you need the epic Anki, but you need the rare berry and rare headbutter. So it's kind of like the sound. I guess they'll be running together. But the drops for this one have been like horrible. Also, it just crashed on me one time when I did this one. But like the first like repeatable thing gave me 9 key drops in total. Like I don't exactly know if it's even really worth it to play. I mean, maybe if you get higher in, but the starting point for that one's strength was like, oh, recommended you have like combat power of 1,500. I guess it makes sense. It's just gonna be for later things, but like the drops also feel very horrible. Maybe it's just because you can do that early on, so they don't want to give you too many keys for like a newer player. But still, like if you can get past the difficulty, you can at least give me some more rewards. I mean, I'd like to maybe be looting both of these. But yeah, that was just worth it. Also, the Triceratopses don't feel like the best creature in here to me. They're very hit or miss, and sometimes feel like they just disappear because I guess they run off into the woods and takes them a long time to come back around and rejoin you. Because I'm not like in the biggest rush to unlock them. Maybe for like the Raptors I would be, or something else that was like a little bit better. But yeah, they just kind of run off. And then I still like the head. Oh my gosh, I say I still like the headbutters, and he does that. But I was gonna say is one thing. Do you want to do anything? Is that the freedom? Well, now he's leaving. Maybe. Okay. Is I've had some issues with using them on some stuff. I think it's like using like 2 headbutters for the other one. I was using like the epic one. The one where I had to use 2 of the guys. And yeah, I was having a little issue with them about the with their headbutting, how it just like sends people flying. I kind of hate the knockback on the ability now. I think it like moves people almost a little bit too far. Hopefully he actually does something this time. But it might just be like the higher tier ones doing a lot more. Well, I think it's also the problem I was using 2 of them, so it kept on moving people away from me that I was trying to chase. Really would like some assistance taking him out, people. Because I can't, like, not really target him. It's kind of, okay, that one actually worked that time. But sometimes it's like, I feel like impossible to not target the guy when he's kind of on screen. It just seems like it locks in on, yeah, that's the one you want to target. And like, I went back to targeting him there. For whatever reason. Okay, take him on out. nothing back here, guys. Look, it could be something. Hello, I'm having a hard time actually summoning this second spot. I've had to push his key multiple times, and it took him a long time to get here. I'm like, where's my assistant? Oh, he's just not here yet still. Weird. Oh, that could be my keyboard. Hey, Black Ninja. Currently Styracosaurus. Currently trying to get me some Styracosaurus keys. Okay, he actually summoned first time that time, that's good. I think my keyboard might just be messed up. They need to get me like a more proper keyboard. And he didn't last too long. And that's the one that's ranked 30. Not ranked 30, level 30. The ranks is basically stars in this game. Am I even firing my gun? No. I'm holding down the fire button though. I've noticed it do that a couple times while I hold down the fire button and it just... I'm not actually doing anything. Okay, we could really use some healing. I think the worst thing though about having to use these commons, which isn't like that big a deal, I kind of like it. I think I might like this setup a little bit better than what LEGO Legacy does somewhat. It's just the fact that the them being a lower tier means they'll also stay out for less, and for the harder one, I guess it's almost like you need to have them like really high level. Because they get shot a few times, they lose a bunch of health, which also means that they don't stay out for long. So it could take a while to clear like a pack of people. Health, thank you. It's the same stuff I mentioned on Discord. Here's a secret. Okay, he at least blew up that time because he ran into an explosive barrel. They seem like they really like to run into explosive barrels. And of course, he's gone because that used up over half of his health, that explosive barrel. Take them on out. I do really appreciate the slow ability now after having to fight so many of these guys that just kept on backing away. Somebody that slows them down is really nice. But I wonder how in which they actually end of the map with an enemy still alive like halfway through it. I guess they backed away and we just left them there, or somehow we never triggered them. I've seen sometimes where I can trigger half or like a part of enemies, which is funky to me. But I guess maybe it doesn't trigger everybody all the time. But you think they kind of would because they're like a part of enemies and they typically all trigger at the same time? It's nice to be back on a level that's a little bit easier. I've been fighting on some much harder missions recently. And oh my gosh, waiting to kill somebody on there is a pain. So I guess I'm reaching the point where I really need to like be dropping a bunch of gold or really be getting a bunch of coins. Which I think there's still maybe a coin challenge going. I might go loot that a little bit more, but it only gives you a little bit of coin. Like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like the most. I mean, I guess it's always worth it to get some, but I wish it was like, yeah, you're this strong now. You can start off at this amount. Okay, catching back up on chat. From Ernest to 6. Sanders to 5 stars. I think my Sanders like 3 cows away or something like that. You're losing Ernest in the morning. Okay, so y'all looting them. Okay, I'm not looting anything really from that first map. I am buying his tiles. So I guess if I was... well, yeah. As I say, if I was smart, I guess I could have started with Andreas because we have the tournament reward and that would be a little bit easier. But I don't know if Andreas is as big to get to 6 because that would mostly just increase his health. And I guess his defense, which I don't feel like I have too much of a problem with him dying. The damage would be negligible. I mean, maybe a little bit more grit could be good. Or... grit? The one that increases your chance to inflict a debuff. I don't know if that actually really does that much in this game. That could be maybe good, but like, what? It makes his attack do like 3 more damage or something. So I don't really think it's exactly worth it. So I'm just going with Ernest. Good afternoon. Get energy plus a refresh is enough for 10 loots. They cost 20. Yeah, you go through them very quickly, which I like. Okay, I'll take 3. I think I'm 10, maybe 15 now. Sad I was going with like the beginning of this event because I would like to actually got a little bit more. I guess it's a difficult kid, so I think even just Santa alone would be pretty decent for that. Though, I mean, I just need to get them to both 6. Though, hey, holiday break comes back around, it'd be pretty good. Honestly tempted to get one of these. I mean, it's not really worth it, and I think possible rewards is like, I'll probably get... Oh, I actually get 4. That's good. 4 or 5, actually. Actually, with that, if I get 2 of these, I'd actually get this guy unlocked. Do I want to drop 600 currency on? I mean, I'm honestly very tempted. Also tempted to do the Stegosaurus family thing because I only need a few more here. I think I need like just a few more of this guy to get him unlocked. These things are weird to me. This one is kind of a good, I'm sorry, not really a good deal in price, but if you wanted to, well, this would give you a chance to get any of these legendaries, which not legendaries, oh yeah, they're all legendaries, so maybe like a bunch of coin, hopefully. I mean, that's a decent bit of coin either way, but you for sure will unlock one of these guys, which is pretty good. But at the same time, you get 1,500 for this. But these are pretty easy to, like, maybe the very, very beginning of the game. These are useful. But it just gets you an unlock. These guys are very strong. Even these guys are pretty strong. I can see going for either of these. This one feels a little bit like a waste. Especially when you can get a bunch of these packs. You get, what? Let's just say you get 4 of these. Which gives you a decent chance of getting some of this stuff. I mean, I guess it won't really get you too many unlocks, but I almost would rather go for some of these than buying this. Like, give me just like the rare plus. You could get, what, 7 of these things? And 7.5 of these for the price of this, like, it feels a little off there to me. No way the rewards will last long enough for either of us to get him to 6 stars. Was it last week? Chat was acting a bit buggy for you. So I'm reinstalling it and that didn't fix it. Oh yeah. But this is the first time in here they're running 2 events at one time. Also here's that like booster pass thing, which honestly is kind of tempting, though it's kind of the same thing as Lego Legacy, but I think it's a little bit maybe more rewarding. Now though, also I think the thing is like with Lego Legacy, let's open up one of these, why not? It's a little bit better if you're a newer player, but if you're like an older player, is just kind of like not completely worthless. I mean, I guess the extra rewards is kind of nice. Don't really exactly need the extra gold that much. Extra scrolls would be way more useful. Gems is nice, and I guess with the bags having some newer people, that is like somewhat useful. But I guess like at this point, it's kind of similar to that, with like giving you some more stuff. But I'm still early enough where I can use most of the extra things this one would give me. So I think this one's just a little bit more appealing because I'm still in the early game part of it. One time, excellent. But let's get back out there and do some more looting. I'm going to go back to the basic thing, and I'm just going to, I guess, loot some stuff. I guess we're going to loot you. So I honestly need a little bit more of wait, we're going to loot you. It's going to give me my anti-go pelter. Sure, let's go and skip that. Okay, nothing really too crazy there. Looking for like at least like 900 coins before tripling it. Okay, 1,153. Yeah, Mafia City. This is a weird ad. We're just gonna go here. There we go. Go ahead and mute that. So yeah. Yeah, we're just losing some more people up in here. Like, I want to get that one a little bit, on Hako Pelted a little bit higher, because it seems to be like a really decent tank, and some stuff is definitely needed from them. Wow, this ad is very cringe. Why are they wearing Santa hats? Okay. I don't know. I still want to do a stream one day where I just watch ads for mobile games. I don't know, they just seem so hysterical to me. If you want to get them a little bit stronger, because they're a decent tank, and there's some events, like the current one requires you to use them, so maybe having them a little bit higher up, and with them being a tank would be pretty useful. So like sometimes they're down here, sometimes they're down there. It's weird. Also, the thing for the booster pass thing on here gives you 1 extra drop every time you get a drop, so that's really nice. I mean, next week, yeah. Last week. No idea, because I mean, well, it might just be Leo. I'll be doing classic space now. I know there's doing some little bit random stuff. Yeah, I'll collect that. Well, not random, they've kind of gone a little bit backwards. So I have really liked some of these inbox rewards. It's nice getting some like actually decent tiles for people. Okay, the daily one of the daily rollovers has happened. The daily resets is like 3 or 4 different daily resets in here, and it's kind of annoying. I didn't mean to actually click off that yet. Get me back to here. I'm going to grab my rewards here. Which is more boss energy, which I honestly don't really need that much more boss energy. Can I convert boss energy into something else? I seriously don't need it. Dun, 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 dun. Next reward is you're hoping to get as many tiles for Picasso as possible, so you can spend less master tiles on him. You're on vacation, so you can't claim energy immediately when you wake up. 3 hours ahead, okay. What is the game? I mean, I'm moving the stuff around on here. I should miss something else. Does the game follow your current location's time zone? I guess what you're saying. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they did Jens, they've done Andreas. I mean, it could be Alan. I mean, I'm not like too interested in either of those, and we'll be honest. But like, it's not bad. Let's go and get me some more energy on here. So we're gonna do this one. I was a little bit further in this. At least do one of these. I really want to get that other guy unlocked. Now my creatures are back from looting, so we can actually use them, which is nice. This guy is weird. It seems all flyers just do like one attack, but his attack is so strong. You're 105 tiles away, so probably won't get out of the way. 94. I mean, that's at least something else for when the space event comes back. And let's add something else to do, which honestly, I wouldn't maybe mind one more rerun of it with nothing else there, so I could work on them maybe a little bit more. Though honestly, I'm also perfectly fine moving past classic space, so if they added in something else, I'd be perfectly happy to stop grinding that new stuff instead. But it is to the point now where like, it looks like a lot of the people have like pretty good classic space, so like I wouldn't feel too bad adding anything else to that event at this point. I don't know, maybe some space police or something. I mean, we have a space police set. Space police or aliens or something. Well, you'll be able to finish them off during the first couple of days, meaning 2 or 3, then you can focus on Alan for the rest of the event. You know, myself, I would just focus on both of them at the same time, like full loot one, full loot the other. Don't spend any gems on refreshing nodes. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, I'm just doing this enough so I can get enough keys to unlock Hyungosaurus, I think is the next one for me. Okay, this is a fly guy. He certainly has a different attack too, because he leaves, I think, a poison behind. That one-shots most enemies I'm fighting nowadays. You're not getting any keys so far. Feels bad, man. Let's see if we can get on through with this level. Also, it does not poison you because I was afraid it might do that. He's really good for starting a fight. I'm really glad I went ahead and got him. I think I got him from the Petrodon family chase that was up a little bit ago. Either that or from the most recent T-Rex keys. Yeah, I've actually been getting a bunch of what was it, epic creatures? Yeah, I think it's epic in this one. It's just weird because the yellow is the more rare, like the gold, yellow, whatever. But in Jurassic World Alive, that one's the epic color. I'm gonna actually summon that guy in first, so we'll take out most of them. Okay. Actually, still can't run through that. Run around it. Thank you. And we'll get on to the end. Yes. So yeah, I felt really good about going ahead and getting him. And that's without him being leveled up. I think he does like almost 2,000 damage or 1,700 on a hit. And we watch him go ahead and throw another barrel from long range into there. Or we go close range. Sometimes he throws it like across the whole screen. You go ahead and throw it. There you go. So like he flew off with the barrel.
You just leave it there and then need to finish Quincy.
I think, well, I don't think probably, well, you might could have a Blacktron thing come up at some point, though I don't think they have too much more they could add in, though if they wanted to stretch it, I mean, they could add in some collectibles, give them the Blacktron tag, and kind of call it a day there. I think they could do that, but yeah, it's not too much a priority, though I would like to max him out at some point. Though I mostly do that from like the time quests and other things they have, just a couple more times. I think I still have him 6 stars at least or something. Not like too big of a deal, but I would like to get him fully done at some point. Just at least finish the old stuff. Imperial All-Star. To go a little more, a little bit. Most of the gems. Then let's go to one more open. I don't want to just do too many more of these runs, but I do want to go ahead and like finish it. Oh, go and get me that next tier of creature. Though ever since like trying to get them, stopped actually like giving me the goods, which is a little bit frustrating, I will admit. But yeah, the 1,700 strong, which I think is mostly the damage. I should tell you a little bit more of a breakdown here.
Dun, 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 dun. I will admit, Chili is
very good. They have increased my anti-classic space strength significantly. Granted, still not good enough to beat Tibbs' team, though Tibbs' team isn't really about survivability, because Chili helps a bunch with survivability with the anti-classic space team. Helps a lot, like Santa not just get killed instantly. Granted, getting Santa up there lots higher will probably also help that. I mean, I'm sure 5 stars will make him a lot stronger as well. Although I think, well, granted, Chili I think will also be good to help me fight against Tibbs' team eventually, because they do decent damage. They're just not that decent of a damage dealer early on. Let me just go ahead and good job, Bird Boy. Bird Brain. But yeah, so I think they'll be very good eventually, though I think they work best when you do have gold, though. Well, I don't know if gold will help too much with the damage, though the assist gold does, and having the like Easter Chick set maxed out does definitely do a lot more. I believe we'd like to get more keys. All those extra assists let Chili do more damage to everybody. I don't like how the calling in the fly guys don't actually really alert anybody. So you can just like take a whole checkpoint and be basically good. Ow. Oh yeah, Chili is I think definitely worth all the gems I dropped to get her. So I'm also looking forward at some point to being able to spend a bit more on the game. So I can do that a little bit easily. It's not just like, well, I had to like wait for a couple events to save this up. And might be something that's coming in soonish, though I also need to have like a little bit more of a savings too, before I start doing that kind of stuff. No too much crazy frivolous spending. Also, does this song drive anybody else crazy yet? Or is it just me? I like how weak that hit is compared to the rock, but how much more damage it does. I am kind of happy that one of them is at least doing something different. Because I thought the Fly Guys was going to be like they all drop rocks on people's heads. And it's just kind of like, it is just one? Come on, throw it. A little bit closer. Do it. There we go. It was funny because it sometimes does do it from far away. And it's hysterical how far it will throw it away from. Excellent, and still no real key droppage, sadly. Though this is a one and done, so you get like a lot of keys from just doing this straight up. I think that's the one I'm going to maybe unlock next. I don't remember exactly. The chili is definitely worth trying to get. Haven't attempted using chili though. I mean, honestly, it's probably a smart idea. I forgot to even think about. Well, I mean, I can try attempting it. What was it? Tomorrow, whenever all the things come up. This is some auto loots this morning. Yeah. Is he? Yeah, I mean, the animations consume a bunch of time, but like he does a decent bit of work. You know, I think the only problem would be like against a big stall team, but I still think he would do pretty good. Granted, I also don't need too much extra stuff to fight Classic Space with. Like, that's not the biggest goal for me right now. It's more to fight some of the other teams. Granted, also Classic Space works pretty well against the other teams. Like, it's weird to say, but I kind of feel like the meta's a little bit decent. Like, there's lots of the in-game stuff that works against the other end-game stuff. And I'm just not getting any of the Hyungosaurus keys. I think I will at least do that one. Yeah. And I might even do like one more refresh and go back over to the other map. I mean, I have like there's like a rescue mission thing or the sanctuary mission where you just send some people off to do some stuff that gets me like 60 amber a day, which is kind of nice, and it also gives me a decent bit of keys too. Bum 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 bum. Quincy Max eventually. I mean, hopefully. I mean, well, I'm hoping they will still eventually. Well, you probably saw some time quests in Given Camp. Though, if they do add more stuff to it, I would like some more time quests focused on the newer things. Because what was it, last event? One of the, I think it was last events, they had like a couple where it was like, or maybe it was. I think Kid Justice was the worst one with it, but it was like, here's some tiles for like early event characters with like have all of them maxed now, or I think it was like requirements for some of the nodes in the collectibles event, but it was like I have all of them like maxed now. I don't really need more like fitness instructor tiles or cactus girl tiles. It's like, could I at least get like the newer stuff, or even just the like the second newest stuff, like even like Corn Cob Guy or Super Wrestler. At least those are like new. I feel like those are still at least new enough that I don't feel too bad getting them, because if you are playing, like, you might not have maxed them out, but with the newer stuff releasing, you're probably not going to be focusing on the last set of new stuff past the point that you need to get them to unlock the newest stuff. So I don't mind that, but at some point it's going to be like that with Quincy. Like, I don't mind them too much right now, but eventually we are going to be getting, like, whenever we have new stuff in there, it's kind of going to be the old stuff would be Leo or Alan, and I would like to maybe be getting more of them at that point, because they'll be like, I don't know if I want to go back and farm them out for the last star, each if there's like other newer stuff in there that should in theory be a little bit better. Drop it. There we go. This guy's so useful. Also, one thing with them is since they just kind of fly in and do one attack, you don't really need them to have a lot of energy, which is kind of sad because it's kind of like what's the point of even having like energy really on them? I mean, I guess you can summon them in and have them fly around and wait. I mean, I guess they are good for that, so you can like summon more backup. But like they're like a one-trick pony. They do like one big hit, so like you kind of don't. You shouldn't really need somebody else. Oh, come on, you missed. Come on, try again. Well, I mean, y'all got him. I wanted you to get these guys, but that guy just kind of died, so... Oh well. Also, I will catch up on chat after this checkpoint. Yeah, I think we got all of them. At least hopefully. I'll summon you in just in case.
No idea. Event characters, time quest. Yeah, it was just kind of like...
Yeah, like 3 days of farming for like getting fitness instructor tiles is kind of like... especially too, because they have like some gear on some of those hard nodes. It's like I've looted them already to max. I already have max. I mean, I guess it's like some master tiles, but it's also not like that many master tiles. Like it's not like you're giving me 20 tiles of them. It's like here's 6 tiles of fitness instructor. Could y'all like boost the rewards a little bit, please? Okay, go ahead and grab all of that good stuff. The Super Wrestler was nice to receive from the money bags since you don't have 7 stars yet. Is he a bit? Yeah, it's just like I was disappointed with that one since it could have been somebody else too. Like at least for like the money bags, maybe give me one of the like newer things. At least as a top reward of it. That one was kind of sad. Granted, it's at least worked out that Super Wrestler is good, and I guess he still kind of fits in with the new collectibles team, so it's not bad. But like, I would appreciate maybe that being like chili tiles, or even like Easter chick tiles. Like, come on, that, or maybe even just Mr. Gold or something. For maybe like Run 2. Like, it could have been a little something more, and I'm like one more box open. This thing doesn't want to give me the thing I'm looking for. For reference, the thing I am looking for, let's see, where is it? I believe it's called the Hyungosaurus. The sorting on these that are unlocked is weird. Okay, I need two tiles more. The thing only drops 4 creatures. It should be very possible to get me the Hyungosaurus from this. Bum 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 bum. We might even go all the way at this point. Challenge is doable if you're using a chili. I actually need the binoculars challenge. I'm going through a bunch of binoculars right now. I'm a binocular shortage. Like, oof. I don't even need the apples. Give me some binoculars. I've been farming that node a lot recently. All those classic space figs that needed it, mixed with the pizzas. The Imperials that needed it also mixed with the pizzas. Although right now I'm getting... No, I'm sorry. I'm getting binoculars for Chili Girl. Chili Girl also needs binoculars. But she's mixing them with some fish, some skateboards, some other things. So It's at least something a little bit different. That chest right up here. No, okay, good. I'm not going on my way to really get them anymore, but they're kind of like small potatoes. Oh, that was my own circle. I wish your own circle looked a little bit different. So that big red circle appearing under me is like, oh no, I'm about to die. This is a big AoE. Oh wait, that's my AoE. I don't know who that drone was for. Please don't. There we go. Long shot. Yeah. Although it almost seems like the stuff killed with those don't drop as many keys, maybe. I don't know. I may just be getting unlucky there. Yeah. These higher tier creatures are so useful, especially for these like earlier events or like the easier ones. Like, come on, man. Like that would be really good for a boss battle too, if it's just the boss fight. I feel like. That will also poison them, does lots of damage, isn't too expensive. I will go ahead and bring this in. These guys kind of annoy me how much they back up. Poison. Blew up the whole checkpoint. Good job. Good job, Fly Guy. The song's got into my head. Come on, join me. Come on in. The weather's fine. It's totally breathable. By me. Can you throw it at them? Yeah, there's lots of circles appearing on the ground. I'm not sure where my fly guy went or who he bombed. More fly guys. Yeah, I'm stuck on a campfire thingy. I love how they just run into it and then like pass out. This is about like Geneva's conventions having Tetradons drop like poisonous gas containers from above. Like, is that chemical warfare? This feels like chemical warfare. This feels like something you would see on the news that like is somebody labeled a terrorist or a war criminal. War crime and get up in here. Wrong side. Oh, you got lots of the ones I was lots more worried about while he actually lived. Although I don't know exactly if that's more like the blast radius does it, and then you have some other damage later. Okay, hopefully she get me enough to open up two more crates. Unless the game crash, it does that occasionally. I don't feel good about you holding that over the eggs, sir. Fix it with Mr. Gold instead of Aurora, but I mean, yeah, if you do stuff with Mr. Gold, he's doing it with Mr. Gold. He's such high crit. Yeah, it's just lots of big damage. Wait, you mean grit? Yeah, grit. Yeah, because I hate that it's like, oh yeah, Super Wrestler should be perfectly fine here. He's like a Super Wrestler, go ahead and stun people a whole bunch. No, he just doesn't do anything. I play some tournaments. Yeah, I'm not even wanting exactly to look at how bad my tournaments thing is. Tournament prospects. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, this thing just gets resisted all the time with them. 15 keys, I'll take that. So it was at least 2 opens. Come on, need 2 Youngosaurus keys. I got 1. Excellent. How are we going again? Dun. Because I do want to show off the other T-Rex thing, but man, you did work on Reaper, but only just enough for you to beat Malak's node. Reaper's a decent one, but I feel like with that team, I mean, I guess if you don't have like taunt going, it's we need taunt. But that one feels like he dies a lot. But he also has like what, 2 AoE abilities or 1 AoE ability? I think the other one hits like 2 people maybe or something. Still like kind of dies lots of payback and pirates and other things. Though I'm also sure once I actually get them more like closer to being maxed out, they'll be a lot stronger. I mean, the teams were just like 5 stars really. Well, I mean, I guess he's 4 stars, so get him a lot stronger. That'll be very helpful. Although I still feel like Grim Helma isn't like, she's not supposed to be exactly too strong. Because part of the thing is kind of like dying and then being brought back by Malak. Bring in another fly guy. You are cleared for landing. Excellent. Good key droppage already. Okay, take the drone on out. Excellent. Yeah, come get me. Oh wait, I was already disappeared. I was hoping more of them would like come to get me and they would just run into it. I really thought that would like reach you. Okay, we're reaching the. We haven't actually. That barrel scared me. I'm like, who chucked a barrel at me? Was my guy way over there? Does it so randomly, but it just is so funny to me when you just see one just flying across the screen. Yeah, I remember this used to having sound. Maybe it's not like running like that normally, but I do like the sound that it makes. Small things. Nice. We found you. Excellent. All's going very well here. I'm using him in arena. He's just exploding stuff. I mean, he's actually very good in bricks tournaments, at least from my usage of him. Though I also feel like people saying worrying about making tournaments and big positions harder is just kind of overselling it. Like, it doesn't really do that much. And if you're like a good player, you could handle the harder Brixpedition in tournaments. There we go. Taking them all out. Oh, you're gonna let me run. There we go. Sometimes my right click stops working, so I can't seem like I'm doing any sort of dodging or whatever. Yo, ahead and go up here, loot that. Bring in another fly guy. Bum, bum, bum. But yeah, Spooky Army is one I have lots of fun using and would highly recommend bringing up and using in other things. Although I can also see them coming back maybe at some point into Arena when like more classic space stuff goes away. I think they are really good. Just classic space is very not the team for them, although I'm not sure how they fare against like the collectibles and other stuff. I need them like a little bit more maxed out for mess too much with them with that. And also still looking for like what's the best 5th character for them. I have tried using Andreas, and he might be pretty decent, but I think they'd probably benefit from like another attacker. No, Mr. Gold calling in some assists might be pretty good. I mean, I guess actually Chili could also be really good. Use Will and Basil, and they're definitely better than Will and Basil. The Hiker and Hot Dog, okay. Malik's level 70. Definitely a good one to invest in. Who did you get? Santa, level 70. Finally finished maxing out his skills. The Spooky Army besides Malak, because they don't have... They have lots of good sustain. I mean, they may not get space, but I think they work pretty well against Imperials. And I'm not as sure about collectibles, I haven't tried them out there, but I think they could maybe do okay. The biggest thing I think the problem is just all the pep stuff that classic space does, and of course all the like debuff immunity they do, because you use like a lot more debuffs and other things with them. But I think they are a team that if some like nerfs and other things go on, they could rise back up there. Let's see if we can get this last Hyungosaurus key. Of course. Okay, I have to wait for a different day to farm those then. Triple boost, not bad. Let's see, I'm gonna do I think one more Styracosaurus node. I think I at least want to do that one. I mean, you're kind of tempting too, but I do want to show off what the Chasmosaurus nodes are, because it's that one was a toughie. Oh my gosh, I might even do more of these. I have enough amber. Not really anything else to spend amber on right now. I would definitely be okay with him. I mean, you want somebody stronger than York. I mean, he does do the assists and everything, but you want somebody else, because like, there's nobody else that really exactly synergizes too well with them. Granted, I have really liked Santa with them, because Santa gets you an extra revive, removes taunt and stealth, does some heal blocking on the enemies, and his ultimate giving everybody payback and some more healing is pretty good. I have liked them. The only problem though is Santa's like kind of weak, and I think also if Malak's ult did more to actually work properly and could bring back the other characters. Though I had one time I fought somebody in tournaments and it brought back their Slimer, which I thought was interesting. But if you did, I think, more with that, like they actually fixed that to work as it's kind of like reading. Yeah, let's just stand there and shot the whole time. I think it could definitely be like a good combination, because right now the biggest problem is my Santa's just kind of weird. People say, well, I don't have any problem losing 2 stars. I don't know how they don't lose a 2-star Santa. Santa dies very quickly. They don't have him like super maxed out or like a good team. Very easy to mess him up, especially with having taunt at the very beginning. Like, I kind of wish they would change that, because I think that's my biggest drawback with Santa, and sometimes getting like taunt very low, like when he's low on HP. Like, I wish that wouldn't trigger if he himself was also low on HP. Like, yeah, that character is like below 50% HP now, but like you're also like 20 HP. But like, yeah, if I have the strongest Santa that I'm planning on getting soon, I think that will fix a bunch of problems that I'm having kind of with that team. Because I think he works as like a decent, what would that be, 5th character for the team. I mean, I think Ghost could also kind of work, but that would also be if Malik's ult will sure bring him back. Like, I mean, he is a spooky one, so maybe that could count or something. I mean, I don't know. It feels like he should maybe at least be able to revive like spooky characters too. Like, I think I could maybe live with him not reviving Santa. But if I could get him to actually work with like another one like spooky characters, that could be good. Slimer could also be good, just another good attacker. I mean, you already have Scully doing pretty good, but Slimer could be another like solid addition to the team, just like a good attacker, and you're just kind of like a rush down team, which I think is probably collectibles. Well, I mean, it's maybe kind of some collectibles with Chili. You might have some stuff that you could work in there with that. But Classic Space is kind of very anti-rushdown, cause like you don't exactly have Alan like taunting most of the time, so you might not always be able to exactly attack him, because you do kind of want to kill him first. But you also have like Leo jumping around, hitting people, and Andreas doing his thing. Jens has an okay-ish ult. Like, I honestly don't think it's that good anymore. I mean, I don't feel like I'm hardly ever doing any damage with it anymore now. It's just kind of almost an AoE. Also, I feel like it never hits the character that's low on HP. But like, if you do kill one of those other characters, because kind of they're like a bigger priority than Alan for the stuff they do. Like, it'd be more beneficial to get rid of them, but you do that, you make Alan able to revive better, and Alan will just like revive everybody. Like, it's hard to kill them, I think, really quickly. Which, I mean, I don't think there's any like big thing with that, but that's something they do maybe a little bit too much. Saying that, the other stuff kind of's up there. No, I think Neo with his like thing to get them, kind of like kill them in one shot ish. That could be very useful to use against them, but you kind of just have to get them. But I think the issue is that Classic Space can still beat them on defense. I think lots of things should still be able to beat things on defense. Like, I don't think anybody should really have any unbeatable teams on defense. That's just not really fun. First of all, unbeatable teams on defense too when it comes to like actually being able to do enough damage to them in time and timing out. So that's just kind of stupid and annoying. Can somebody shoot somebody else, please? So I think lots of the people don't really maybe want to invest into them since they already have like the other stuff. Because if you already have the other stuff that is like, I think people focus too much on wanting the like single best thing in this game, and that leads to some problems because then you have some stuff that like, well, nobody can like beat them. I think some of the stuff is good right now with lots of the in-game teams being able to beat each other, and I think somebody it teleported through the wall and went backwards. There we go. I saw you run off there with your teleport thing. Oh. Okay, I guess we're going. Well, I want to double check what if somebody dropped any loot or anything over here before we leave. Because I feel like the meta is almost in a little bit of a good place. Because you have collectibles. Classic Space still works. I think the new pirates do good. I know Tables was beating everybody else with maxed out Classic Space using some of the new pirates, so I believe that one's viable. I don't... Ninjago doesn't exactly really count yet, sadly. I mean, I wish they kind of did, but I don't know if it really is much up there. And maybe Spooky Armor might come up there. I mean, I guess also kind of depends what these new characters from the Basil rework actually added. I mean, they might be able to work pretty well on that team. So, like, you have some decent variety up there. I mean, I think most people are still just using Classic Space, but most people have Classic Space. The other stuff is just, like, hard to get. but some of the people that do have them do use them, so I think that stuff is good.
I think that part is actually pretty good right now. Manage Malak can revive multiple people at once. I don't think Ghost is as bad for Grimhelmer as he was for Basil. This doesn't work with other heroes. I should be. I might even drop like an energy refresh on the Ghostbusters event, depending on how that's actually set up. So try defense, 5-star non-search, really do. Yeah, it doesn't do too much against them. He still dies quite often. Yeah, it depends on, I think, how the payback stuff is working with him. But some of it does good, and sometimes it just like doesn't really trigger. But then also, if he dies, it still kind of buffs Alan. It's not exactly the best. We actually made it through this 1 hour playlist. Excellent. Yeah, I know him. I mean, I think they could work. I think the thing is, I think they could work against other teams, but people really just I guess we'll listen to some of that. Really just use still classic space, and I think they could work against maybe some of these other teams, but most people are still using classic space since they have classic space. Okay. Oh, who would you use? Strachosaurus, kid. I want to look up how much I have with the Strachosaurus. I wish there's like a better way to sort these. I mean, I don't really need to see these like event legendary creatures that like I have like 0 things for. I don't know why they're up the top. Like, you maybe sort this by like who I have the most of. Like, okay, Stegosaurus, yeah, it's nice to see that. No, I only have a few of those, sure, but then down here it's like, you have 43, okay, 48, like, I'm looking forward to the next, Epic Plus crate opening. 1 away. Getting really close there, hoping that one comes back around soon. You look cool. We said not to get you. Cyracosaurus, okay, and you remember the very bottom. 17's not too bad. But I want to try that one Chasmosaurus fight. And it crashed. Well, at least it crashed now. Last time it crashed at the very end when I completed a super hard level. Mind Games rerun. I'm gonna be probably going in next Mind Games rerun. We really want to get Masako.
But also, like, I really like Masako. Though granted, I'm also having fun with the couple of times I've used Cole. Cole does seem to be pretty good. Granted, I also like to see what they might do now against Classic Space, because it feels like Classic Space has been, like, silently nuffed a few more times recently. Their buff removal feels kind of weak. At least when I've been using them against the collectibles. Just kind of like, now maybe remove some damage immunity. Like, I feel like Classic Space used to be wiping a lot more debuff. Granted, I know they also used to, they used to like wipe all buffs entirely. Okay, let me try this. Okay. I don't know what happened there to that. Let's try one more time. I guess if not, we're gonna move on over to a different game. Sometimes I just don't want to load anymore. Well, I mean, I think he could work against maybe some. Like, I'd like to also see what they would do against, like, maybe collectibles. Like, Classic Space doesn't seem like it exactly is doing enough against them, but maybe the new Ninjagos could actually, like, do some good work against them. Like, I feel like some stuff might be coming around that there's reasons to use some of the other teams again that people have said, oh, skip them, they're not better than Classic Space. Well, there's some teams that work against Classic Space now, and you have to fight against those teams since people can slip them in now. So there's like reasons to actually do a little bit more than what they used to be. Okay, we've got the loading boss, that's a good sign. Gamadon. I do think there is going to be some issues going forward with next anniversary with some people that might have skipped some other characters in the past. Like, I think the pirate stuff's going to be a little bit harder. Ninjago, certainly. Collectibles, probably even them too. Like, I think we're going to have some problems with some of these things going forward. We'll having like skipped some of these other characters, because I think that's going to be the thing of like, well, you better have used them. Though also, hopefully, they will be in the next like anniversary as well, so it won't be as big of a deal. That's the Strachosaurus. We want the Chasmosaurus. We're going to do some big Chaz energy. Amphalocephalae and Exovenator, which obviously are very weak for this. Okay, they work for Kazlov. I think I really kind of need to bring you, though I honestly would really like to have a damage dealer of some kind. Maybe you? Yeah, I just try to wing it? Yeah, let's try that. We'll try to wing this one. It definitely kind of is. Granted, that's how all these games get. Like, hate to break it to people, but this is how like free mobile games survive. Now, granted, there's like different levels of them, and like it's not exactly too great right now. But I would at least say that the Classic Space is enough available so that at least people who don't spend can mostly compete. Like, it'd be nice to be able to use like the new pirates, all the new Ninjago, the new collectibles, whatever we have coming up, Spooky or Castle. But it is at least nice that people can compete with the Classic Space they farmed. Granted, saying that they haven't been able to compete for a bit because people have been using Classic Space. So I mean, it's saying that anti-Classic Space isn't that bad of a team. Like, it is nice that kind of came out so people could still kind of compete somewhat then. Okay, got 8 key. That's kind of better than most of my runs of this fight so far. I should definitely have left that. I didn't really mean to pick it up. some reason my knuckles feeling weird, so as soon as I get this guy dead. Oh boy. I don't know what's wrong, it just feels like I need like pop my knuckle. I'm sure there's not somebody. Okay, so somebody did go over there and get him. That's good. Looking forward to unlocking a Neo during the next run. Yeah, I'm looking forward. I feel like I should definitely be able to get him. I mean, also 65 is not that bad of an unlock, so like that shouldn't take too much in like investment. I feel like I want to go like too far on my way to really be able to do that. I already have the ship unlocked, so that's kind of just nice. I mean, it's just nice to kind of just have that more collector's thing going there, but it's just kind of nice. But you have. We thought this game crashed again. It's nice having that. Still want to farm some more like non-search and earnest, but I guess I might do more, maybe buying them from the shop. But also once I have a Neo unlocked, I might be able to like go back and do some more of them. Like I'm not too stressed to get married, though I would really like to get her. Non-search and earnest are still both pretty decent. Though also maybe by then I can like have moved off of like anti-classic space or have like another team going. Might be kind of nice. Like I wouldn't mind maybe getting collectibles up. I think collectibles would be like a lot more fun to run than maybe. Oh, well, definitely more fun to run than classic space. And nice to change something up. Oop. And not that anti-classic space is that bad. I've ran them for long enough, I'd like to really change it up. Like, unless I really like the team I'm using, like them for like the Lego aspect of it. I don't know if I really want to be using a team for like too many months in a row. I'd like maybe at least try something different, or like have like a couple different teams that might have to swap up. Like, oh, I'm fighting against this team, let me use pirates. Oh, I'm fighting against this team, let's go collectibles. Maybe even break out the classic space every once in a while. Don't feel too bad. Like, I will admit, I do fight the teams in my shard that have chili on them, the anti-classic space team. I don't have too big of a problem actually fighting against them, weirdly. But I break out the classic space to fight those, and it doesn't feel too bad. Like, I feel happy doing that. So I might do some like more of that type of stuff. But I just kind of wish there was. We could get to the point where we could maybe have a couple different teams being run in arena again. But like more people actually have like access to them too, so it's not just like, well, people can run it, they just choose not to. I'd actually like to be able to have multiple running. A little coffee. But I think after we do this, I might go over to LEGO Legacy for a couple seconds, do something, and then I will be ending the stream there, at least for part 1. We'll come back and do a part 2 in a bit. So it's supper time, so I'm going to go ahead and stop and spend some time with the family. This is what about people backing away. Like, they just kept backing. Also, probably it's not good that he kept headbutting them away too, but it's like, let the big guys eat them, please. Stop not going away. Oh my gosh, that's. I wish it was a little bit less terrain to block some stuff. At least like of different shapes. Yeah, this one's gone a lot smoother than last time. I don't know if last time I did actually had the Very Onyx unlocked. I still find it weird that the melee people seem to be one of the weaker ones. Like, maybe there's like a heavy armored version of them that I haven't unlocked yet. I'm fighting in like the armored version of the ranged guys. But it feels like if I'm going to be capturing dinosaurs and my only equipment's going to be, I have like a nightstick, I would like to be extra armored. Like the guys who are sniping could stay further away, and the snipers stop. Okay, where's a good place to hide from the snipers? Can y'all like go over there and get the snipers, please? And of course he can go there. I can't, but he can. Let me shoot you, please, so I can get some health back. Nope, yeah, they stopped me dead. Yeah. Of course, that's gonna happen. So yeah, that seems to be the thing. I only got what I have a bunch of keys. A like, small amount of keys there. Okay, we'll go ahead and change on over to something else. I was like, I want like a different soundtrack. Let's go with that one. Bum bum bum. Not exactly. It's just this emoji's a little toxic to me. A bunch of deleted messages. What do you mean skipping tournaments? Okay, we'll be here for just a couple seconds. Because I am going to be hopping on out soon. And of course that one has a little ping there, but nothing's actually there. Let's continue with my looting for today. Saved a little bit of some energy refreshing. Though hey, today when I can actually be here and like maximum use my energy, the rewards like lame. I mean, some people would really like it. I just reached it. Well, we'll go ahead and finish it, I guess. But I don't really need Leo tiles like Gorewell and stuff. Like I was gone on my trip doing those. I guess it is what it is. Although, so see, got like 3 more tiles to get for you. We'll keep farming you. Might add you into my list because you're not too bad. I might can get you up a little bit closer. You're like a long ways off, so you're probably gonna be like my 4th pick. I mean, I guess you're as close as Gorewell is, but Gorewell is less accessible than you are, in my opinion. So I'm probably gonna go you, him, her, then him. Definitely these 3 once I get done with Reaper. Horn's not too big of a deal, though I would like to maybe get him up higher, at least to 6 stars, but I maybe do some of that stuff in the collectibles thing. Yeah, I'm gonna pop off. I'm gonna have to do supper. I'm not gonna do tournaments before I do supper. There's like a lot of stuff to do there. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna do tournaments. I'm just gonna hop off from part 1 to do something else. That's why it's part 1, because there's gonna be a part 2. Good later, yeah. Yeah, I can finish it. I'm not gonna do it right now. Let me go ahead and do my loots here. I want to check what's on the store, and then I am going to hop on off. Let me grab me some good stuff from here, some more master tiles. Need a decent bit more of that, because like I am buying a bunch of the gear that's in the shop now from there. What's on in here? Okay, just the bag. And then, so I have enough for somebody else here now, okay. Keep on buying the, onions from in there. But yeah, I really wish the today's money bags was better, because the time I was gone, I couldn't, like, really get on here to like maximum use of my energy is the time they of course had all the good stuff on here. All like the time quest I really wanted to make sure I completed.
hate that his name's still like yellow. Do I need some of you? No. Not really. Sure, let's keep on stockpiling up on pizzas. And then let's see. What do we have here? We have the event planner. I hate it too because I feel like I could almost get, well, like, oh yeah, you definitely can. It's the last 2 days, yeah. So it's extra kind of like sad. So I mean, I guess say 5,000 scrolls isn't too bad though. Like the amount of gems you kind of need to spend to do it. Like I just would maybe go ahead and buy me like a gem pack. And we have that one, and then we have what, some more Reaper, which I like how we get more Reaper tiles in this. Kind of ironic. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hop on off here, and we'll do a part 2 in a bit. So I will see you when I get back. Bye bye. Might be like an hour or two. Yeah, here we go. That button.